Hold on. Peep the retwist. Peep that shit, you feel me? Yes, sir, gang. Hold on. Shit, I'm looking scrumptious. Alright, so now that 2021 is over, I could really just sit back and reflect on the entire year as a whole. Now I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna lie, 2021 was kind of an interesting year. I ain't gonna cap. I want to say that I'm really grateful for 2021 itself, just the experiences and everything I done went through as a whole. You feel me? It's just so many eye-opening moments and so many things that just taught me. And I feel like we could all agree. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like we could all agree that 2021 overall was a better year than 2020. Let's not cap. Let's not cap right now. But let's not. I ain't gonna lie. Let's not cap. Looking back in retrospect at 2021, man, I done really went through a lot. I done went through a whole bunch of ups and downs. It was looking like these. You feel me? It was a whole roller coaster for me. And in this video, I basically want to document what was the biggest takeaway from 2021, because I feel like every year we should go into the new year. I mean, we are in 2022, but I feel like we should go into the new year with better intentions. Basically, taking what we learned from the last year and applying it to this year to make us better. And that's essentially what I'm doing. And there's just so many things that it was an eye opener for me, for real. It was just so many things that I just done seen, witnessed, and just getting into the real world. You feel me? So let me break it down for you into the smaller pieces. Like I just stated, I went through a whole bunch. I went through a whole bunch of highs and lows in 2021, and the lows were really low. The lows were some low points in my life, and I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I was taking L's back to back, my nigga. I was looking like flight in this motherfucker. I just kept taking L's, and it's just I'm really appreciating those low points now, because it really just done taught me how to become better, how to just be who I am today. I done learned so much through those low points, and I didn't take those L's as damn, why is this happening to me? Why is life hitting me with all these uppercuts? You feel me? I took those as, damn, okay, these are shit that I don't know. This is shit that I'm ignorant on. So instead of me taking it as oh damn, it's just L, I took that as, okay, I can expand upon this. I can actually get better. I can be the better version of myself. And I ain't gonna hold you, the first half of the year was basically pretty quiet. It was pretty quiet. Besides me, getting ready to graduate from high school, just me just living life. I was quarantined, ain't really nothing going on. Until the second half of the year, that's when I actually went to college. And throughout that entire semester of me being in college, I didn't upload once. I think I did upload once, but it's the fact that me going into college, you feel me, I had this preconceived notion that life will switch for me. I'm basically in the real world. I think that everything's gonna be sweet when I get to college, you feel me. A whole bunch of things gonna be working in my favor. Oh damn, life has a way of us saying, hey bro, all your plans, I understand you got hella plans to college, you feel me. Nah, none of that is gonna happen. None of that, all the things you want that's gonna happen in college, none of it is gonna happen. And in college, I essentially lost who I was. I felt like I just was just roaming around the world aimlessly. Now I started to realize why adults saying once you get into the real world for real, it can be scary, because you just are your own. You just got your own self. It ain't no little routine thing you do. Go to school every morning, come back, do homework. It's still like that in college, but the freedom, like a wise man once said, with great power comes great responsibility. You feel me? So with freedom, with the extra freedom, being away from your parents, being away from home, doing what you want, it comes with a lot of things you actually have to do. A lot of things you have to take into consideration, because you can't just be bullshitting in life, or else you're gonna get left and everyone's gonna elevate while you're still on the ground. And it just felt like it got to the point where I lost myself. It got to the point where I just stopped just being true to who I was. You feel me? I stopped being true to my principles. I lost my principles. I started to lose the things that made me who I was. Just trying to chase basically what everyone else was chasing. Trying to chase basically the college lifestyle. Running through hoes, fucking going to parties, doing this, doing that, all that thing that really didn't serve me. Now looking back in retrospect, all that shit that didn't really serve me, it didn't really matter at the end of the day. That's essentially what I was chasing, and it led me to a deep cycle of just a circle, it's a loop in my head, it's a loop, and it led me to actually me going through a season of depression at the last couple weeks of the semester. As I went through the break, after, you know, we all went back home for the holiday break, whatever, whoop-de-whoop, I'm looking at that shit, like, that whole semester, for real, it was a W, but it was just so many L's. I was portraying this person who I really wasn't. Like, I was trying to live a lifestyle that really wasn't congruent to who I was as a person, you feel me? And I feel like I lost sight of who I was. I stopped uploading on YouTube because, you know, I was trying to live that college life. I was trying to, you know, granted, I had hella work too. I ain't gonna cap. I had hella work. You know, I ain't gonna talk about that. But I lost sight of who I was. You know, that's essentially it. I just lost sight of who I was. I started doing things that was out of my character. I started behaving in a way that was just not congruent to the person I grew up being as like a child, just growing up. Because I thought that this college lifestyle was gonna be, oh yeah, but once I hit college, you feel me, everything's finna be sweet, you feel me, all that's finna be sweet, I'm finna be doing this, I'm finna be doing that, all that, you feel me, like, it's, yeah, you do, but it's just like, it comes to a point where you gotta learn how to make a balance. Like, you gotta learn how to balance the things you want to do in life versus the things you have to do in life. During the holiday break, which was about like 6 weeks, I did a lot of introspection. Like, I did a lot of like reflecting on who I was, self-reflection, did a lot of this diving deep, just a whole therapy session throughout the entire break, just basically regaining back the power of who I was, just like recollecting myself and just actually thinking about all the things I'm doing, where the path that this is going to lead me to, how this is benefiting me, and none of this was benefiting me, but like all the things I was doing to college, how that's going to benefit me. And I started thinking, like, man, I need to start planning ahead. I ain't no 13-year-old kid just fucking around, just doing whatever no more. I'm a grown man now. Like, I have responsibilities. I have to take the power of my life into my own hands and create whatever I want from that. So what I started doing a lot more of was, I've always been doing all these things, but like I said, I started falling off heavy on all these things once I get to college. I basically stopped doing all of it, including uploading on YouTube. So I started reading more. I started doing a lot more meditation. I've always been into meditating, but like I stopped doing that when I got to college. I started getting back to meditation. I started getting back to reading. I started getting back into journaling. I started getting back into eating healthy. I've always been working out, but like I was really inconsistent in college. But I started really being hella consistent when I got back home and adopting all these good habits in my life. Like, it's just, I started to feel like actually more at peace with myself. I realized who I am now. Like, I'm just starting to find myself slowly, just build that connection with myself. Because I feel like a lot of people don't even have that connection. A lot of people don't even go as far to do that. Because once they start facing some adversity in their life, they start going through that cycle. It's like, damn, life is fucking me up. Why is life kicking my ass? So I started picking up myself like, damn, I can't let this happen. I had to take the power back. As I was going through all these good habits, like, it was peaceful. I felt happy doing this. Like, I actually liked doing this. Like, it felt good, man. Like, my soul, like, my spirit felt good. I felt cleansed a little bit. Not completely cleansed. I ain't gonna say I got baptized, my nigga, but like, be able to identify what things I need to do, how in retrospect, all the things I was doing, how that was to serve me, and how the things I need to do now, just all for a bigger purpose in my life, just to be able to be the person I am and continue elevating myself and continue to be the better person. So the biggest lesson I learned in 2021 is stay true to yourself while you're still elevating as a person. In this world, there's a lot of distractions. Once you leave your house, I mean, it's always been like this, even in your house, but like, there's a lot of distractions in the world that can really stray you away from identifying the things you should do and the things you shouldn't do, the things that are going to serve you and the things that are going to distract you, the things that are going to serve you and the things that are going to destroy you. Especially if you have no experience in it prior, you just hopping straight off the porch and just into the real world. There's a lot of things that can really trick you if you don't set principles with yourself and stay grounded to who you are. Because if you don't stand for something, you can fall for anything. Live life at your own pace. And I don't think this is really said enough, because a lot of people want to get rich quick, you feel me? Want this, glamorous lifestyle at the age of fucking 5, you feel me? So like, it's just, it gets to a point where that's really mentally taxing in your brain, because in all reality, most people are not living that lifestyle. Ain't true to yourself also teaches you how to love yourself. Like, because if you don't love yourself, ain't no one in the world's gonna love you. Like, No one in the world can love you the way you love yourself. Learn to have that self-love. Learn how to have that appreciation for yourself. That appreciation that you're even alive, you feel me? Because it's a blessing to even be here. A lot of people aren't even here today. So, like, learn how to have that appreciation. Don't stop beating yourself up for the small things, you feel me? And also, don't compare yourself, because comparison is the thief of joy. Once you compare yourself, you start putting other people at this level that you have to reach, which in life, there's no such thing as comparing, because everyone has their own story. And yeah, that was my biggest lesson in 2021, you feel me? Overall, 2021 was a pretty good year, in my opinion. Although I did take a whole lot of L's, but like, I don't know how to leverage those L's to make W's in the future, you know. I pick myself back up and learn how to elevate myself so I can be better in the future. And yeah, appreciate y'all for watching this video. I'm gone.